you ever seen another quarterback do that? I don't think so.
I do not believe so. Actually.
What is up, fanboys and fangirls?
I have seen a quarterback break his leg, though.
Welcome back to another episode of the What the Fanboy Show. This week, featuring Tyler Davis.
He's back.
I'm back.
Tyler's back.
Again.
Again.
You went one too far.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay, though.
Hey, we already established I don't know music.
We're sleepy.
I'm not a music
What?
guy.
No, never mind.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I've got my caffeine here, hopefully to help me get through tonight.
Technically, it's been 2 weeks since he's been here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the power went out. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The people have been deprived of you.
Well, I stayed home to watch the Commanders game last weekend.
How'd that go?
Great. It was one of the best football games I've ever watched the Commanders-Redskins football team play.
Always feels good, right?
It does. It's weird. Like, I'm in this place now where, like, we have a quarterback who's good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't... Like, every game I'm nervous still because I'm like, what if this is the game where it all falls apart?
Right. Yeah.
And I think I just have to understand that, like, he's just good. Like, this is what it feels like to have a quarterback.
Until the Commanders have that game where nothing goes right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Until that moment.
Every team has one of those every year.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so annoying.
I feel
Some
like
teams get 2.
I feel like this year that game for us was the Giants game where every time we got inside the 5, we got a penalty and had to kick a field goal, and we set our team record for field goals. But yeah, no, I mean it's.
Hey, win's a win.
That's right. You take the W's when you can get them, and Commanders are 3-1 now, sitting on the top of the NFC East, and they surprisingly look like the best team in the division. So we'll see. Worst to first, I guess, is definitely on the table.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, cool. Welcome back. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk about a few things. I don't think we don't really have a main movie we're reviewing, but we're all watching some things here and there. The big thing we all did this weekend was participated in the annual 36-hour film race here in Wichita called Take 36.
Cheer.
So we made a short film, wrote, shot, edited, turned it in, all within 36 hours. That was a lot of fun. Our film screened like last year, and we got a honorable mention. Oh yeah, it's up there. I put it up there. An honorable mention award for best editing. So
Bad choice to make them blue. Just my 2 cents.
I think they try and do different colors every year,
Yeah, I don't like it.
but I'm not.
I think the blue looks cheap. Looks weird. They're both cheap, but like
They had to do it blue or another color because they don't want people to photocopy it and be like, look how many awards they have. Like Christopher Nolan in his scripts.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a pretty simple shape. It wouldn't probably be too hard to scan and. Actually, I should just.
I don't think any of those artists that worked so intensely over this weekend have the skills to do it. No,
Definitely not.
no artistic skill.
That was a lot of fun.
there were some good entries.
Yeah, it was. There were some good entries. I see that we have something happening in the chat, and I am not over there.
Sounds like we are screening your film today. Nice.
So yeah, it's not. We won't stream it here live, but it will be online. Hopefully tomorrow, Tuesday, the October 1st.
We'll tweet it out.
Well, yeah, it'll be over on the Turkey Red Studios YouTube page. So our previous 2 Take 36 films are over there already, so you can go watch those now and be ready for the next one. Titled A Jarring Day, so. Interesting.
Is the sequel going to be titled A Day Ajar?
Ooh. Why not? But yeah, that was always, this week was a lot of fun. It's always good to get the crew kind of together. The group keeps expanding slowly every year. But it was nice to have some new faces.
Yeah.
There were a couple people who, have been on the team in the past who either aren't around or whatnot. We've always missed them. But it was a good time. It's a long weekend. We all end up a little stressed, very tired, but ultimately we had fun. So, yeah. Luke,
Yeah,
we have some trailers
got
this
a couple.
week.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, all I just have 4. There might have
Okay.
been more, but they're all pretty big. Start off with the first one. Kind
Yeah.
of teased this one last week. Got the trailer for Sinners.
Yes.
This is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's
Yeah.
movie, vampire movie. Looks like a period piece, and vampires are attacking the town.
Yep.
I'm on record of hating vampire stuff, so I'm honestly kind of mixed on it. But I mean, it is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan.
I was gonna say that team is
Yeah.
hard to doubt. I think this trailer looks awesome, but I'm also on record for being in love with Michael B. Jordan, so and Ryan Coogler.
We
so,
balance each other out.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for this. I think it looks good. I think it was not what I expected it to be, I guess. Like when it was rumored that was happening.
I wasn't expecting we're trapped in a barn while vampires are attacking.
Right. And we're trapped in this small town and things are happening.
Honestly, just wasn't really expecting an action movie.
No.
And it
very much is.
very much is. There's
Yeah.
slow motion gunshots, watching the muscles on Michael B. Jordan.
I was gonna say he's
ripple,
like
the
a former
bullets in the smoker.
he's a former military dude. He's jacked out of his mind, which of course he is. Got cool guns. I don't know. I think it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I in terms of playing with genre and having a twist on a thing, because there's another trailer that's very much traditional vampire,
Very opposite.
very opposite.
Everything about it.
But I just love it when you get unique creatives together to kind of take on a genre that you don't expect them to necessarily it wouldn't have been what I would assume would come out of that collaboration.
No. That I think that's my
And I
biggest
think
surprise.
that's awesome. So
The poster for it's also really cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Where it's got Michael B as an evil version of himself on there, and I was like, Also, good for them for not really showing that. They kind of show a little bit of it, but not much.
Oh, that's pretty
It's
under the
pretty
radar.
quick.
Yeah.
So, and
All
it
right.
really just looks.
So
like
I think
they
we
have
were all
really
giving it thumbs up.
I'll give it a thumbs up. Speaking of vampires,
different.
what are the chances 2 vampire trailers in 1 week that are just totally different?
'Tis the season.
That's true. That's very true. Although this is a Christmas movie. Nosferatu, we got an official full-length trailer.
Yeah, it's from
I'm much more interested in this one. It's Robert Eggers.
yeah.
And this is more mind
It seems a little more psychological than
bending
Mm-hmm.
than action hero.
well, and he just has such a unique visual flair
Yeah.
in his storytelling. He writes his movies as well, and he does so much research into time periods and dialect and language. There's that attention to detail that I think can get glossed over on, and that's not saying that I guess I'm not saying that big budget historical fiction films, the art department isn't busting their butt doing a great job. I think they do. I feel like it's sometimes unique to see a director really dive into that as early on in the process as he does.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, looks good. Looks scary.
looks scary.
I didn't watch this one, but I'm gonna thumbs up it because it's Eggers and it's a vampire movie.
Visually
Yeah.
looks very, very interesting too.
Yeah.
Is this one black and white?
I think parts of it are.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember the teaser.
It's super
felt like
dark.
it was very, well, that's pretty much everything he makes.
Yeah.
You've only seen the
Northman?
Lighthouse and the Northman.
Oh, that's right. You saw the Lighthouse. I mean,
I haven't seen The Vitch.
the Vivitch.
Vavitch.
Good movie. Has the dude you hate that you can never understand talking.
Yeah,
You can borrow it.
it's really unfortunate.
I think you'll be happy with where his story
I'm a witch.
goes. in
I
that
can't
movie.
even get close to that register. I'm a witch.
speaking in old English. Where are you on your daily joy?
Shout out Black.
Oh, that
Black
hurts.
That
Chris.
was fantastic.
Yeah, that was.
I think
great.
we need to do something, get you into voice work.
Sign them up.
I'm gonna need a lozenge if you're gonna have me do that.
We'll buy you a whole bag of them.
I'll buy you 2 bags.
He said 2.
2. Let the negotiating begin.
Heck yeah, I'm in.
I mean, we're
Actually, I'd
on
rather
the same
get
team,
paid.
so.
No.
I want royalties.
All right, are we going three for three? Another vampire film?
I mean, you never know what could happen. No.
Oh,
I mean, there is zombies later, but zombies are not technically zombies. But no, we got the first trailer for Ballerina, which is the John Wick spinoff with Anya de Armas. I think this looks really, really good.
Yeah, I think it takes the. It really just feels like a continuation of the John Wick franchise,
Which is what it needs to be.
Which is what exactly. Because what I feel like I didn't get. It's what I didn't get out of the Continental.
Yeah, Continental was, oh, this is cool, and then the rest is, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Not super well made, but like just visually, the way all the characters interact. Lance Reddick is in this too. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we'll get to see him again. John Wick 4, I mean, he was great in it, but he was not in it a lot.
Right.
And plus, I mean, it's Ana de Armas. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs
Super on board for this. I wouldn't mind just lots more John Wick universe stuff. Also, big fan of the way they describe their spin-offs from the world of John Wick.
Yeah.
Instead of like
a John Wick story.
A John Wick story. A Star Wars story. A Knives Out story. Get out of here. This is garbage. How to ruin your title. Add the word story into it.
Don't disagree.
Ugh. But yeah, super good. The last trailer I have, on The Last of Us Day, we got a trailer for The Last of Us Season 2. And I'm just ready for all the pain. I'm just ready for all of it. They show you all the big hitting moments in the trailer, where you're just like, I might die in that scene right there.
So, as someone who hasn't played the game, and Craig Mazin has talked a little bit about how the game part 2, the game, is going to be multiple seasons. Does this trailer give you a good idea of where you think that season is going? Like, this season is going to end in the game? Like, are we talking like, is it the midpoint? Is it halfway?
I have a pretty good idea where it's going to end.
Yeah.
But I've kind of been sitting on that ever since they announced they were going to split it up. Which is good, because Last of Us Part 2 is like a 25-hour game. Mm-hmm. The first one is about 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to beat the second one.
Well,
Did they have a date on this?
2025.
Okay.
The inciting incident in Part 2 happens fairly quickly, correct, in the game?
Yep.
Do you think they will add...
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That is probably not happening until the midpoint of this season?
No.
You think it's going to happen at the end of the season?
I still think it will happen relatively quickly.
Oh, okay.
But they'll be in the season more than you think.
Yeah.
Just based on the way that stories can be told non-linear.
Sure. Yeah. And that makes sense.
There's one particular moment, and I'm not even going to say what it is, but I'm just like, I'm really not looking forward to the scene. Mm-hmm. And it's not the obvious, like, inciting incident.
It's a different...
Like, it's something else.
Yeah.
And there's kind of two parts to it. One will be, obviously, at the very end of the show, but, golly, like, I don't really know if I'm ready for it, because The Last of Us 2 is brutal. Like, just get ready to hate every character. I'm sorry. You're going to hate every character in this show.
Love it.
And yeah, it's honestly the best. Today.
It's like what, like Game of Thrones season 5 or something, where it's just like I want to like characters, but they're all doing crappy things.
Yeah, but
They're
Game of
all
Thrones
the
still
worst.
had Jon Snow.
Uh,
Or this one, you have Ellie as your main character, and you're like, stop doing this. Stop doing this.
Sometimes I hate Jon Snow too, because he's a
babbling idiot.
well.
That was mainly season 8, though.
He
I don't want it.
kind of wears that. He's that character who like would rather die
I
than
don't want it.
like do something dishonorable, right? And like in that world, it just doesn't feel like it fits.
Classic.
I don't know.
I don't like him for Luke's reason.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
want
fair.
it.
Just because he says things like
I'll
that.
bend the knee. I serve you, Danny.
Prison shank, prison shank, prison shank.
Oh,
Boy
yeah.
dragon.
I want to laugh at Tiger Lily's chat.
Yes.
I wish they would bring him back alive. Talking about John Wick. Maybe use the multiverse. And then in parentheses, kidding, of course.
You know, wouldn't put it past
I was
another
gonna
studio
say,
making
it's-
their own multiverse.
Oh, no. Not at all.
It's Hollywood, man. That's the whole rage right now.
Dude, John Wick's become so sci-fi, though, at this point. Like,
Oh,
they all
yeah.
have bulletproof suits.
Yeah.
They could figure out a way to just bring him back. Although it was so perfect. So, like, do you want to ruin it?
You do like
that
a
ending was so perfect.
do a clone thing and just have it be kind of a different character. Like it's the same character.
Have John
but-
Wick be the bad guy, and they just have to fight 50 John Wick
Oh my
clones.
gosh. Insanity.
Sounds like the worst movie ever, I'm not gonna lie.
And then they'd somehow make it great.
I don't know if it'd be great, but it would be very entertaining to watch because the stunts
would
they
be
do
A+.
would be crazy.
That's true.
Awesome. Is
Very,
that all the
very true.
trailers?
I mean, there was a state of play, but I can do that in news, or I can do it now.
Well, like I
We
said,
can just make it our topic.
Just start moving. Yeah, we can talk about state of play.
Just
It's
move
kind of our
through those.
topic. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. We won't spend a lot of time. I did not write everything down.
No, that's
State
fine.
of play was weak. For a moment, it was the current PlayStation meme, which is "We're so back.
Yeah.
We're so it's over. We're so back. It's over. We're so back. It's over." And for a majority of this, it was "It's over."
Yeah.
Something that I think is really cool, but I will never play it, and I never want to see another trailer for it again, was the Midnight Walk. Did you guys see this trailer?
I don't think so.
It's a claymation game. All the graphics are claymation.
That's
That's
the second one. then.
fascinating.
Xbox has one too.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating, and I can't wait to hear what people think about it, because I'll never play it. And it's like
But you love claymation.
it's like a horror game, too,
That's
which is
dope.
my worst nightmare.
Nice.
The next one was Hell Is Us.
I think I saw this one, but I can't really remember it.
This looks like a Souls-light action game set in a post-apocalyptic world, and you use some like cool sword to fight monsters.
Oh wow.
But you like have drones and like a computer. It's like very This Is Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really fun. I loved the visuals of it.
I did not see this one. I don't remember this one at all. So it definitely wasn't that one.
I'll bring it up so you can peek at it.
But it does sound cool based on how you're describing it.
I thought it was super cool. I hate the title. This, in my opinion, video games have some of the worst titles. And like the title popped up at the end, and I was like, you can change that. You could make that a little more eye grabbing, I think, or ear grabbing, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, this is very much Earth.
Yeah, like there's a tank. The next one, Arc-Aged Chronicles. It's kind of reminded me of Dragon's Dogma, honestly, or something like that, but it's like a fantasy looking action game. Looks super fun. Did you either of you guys watch the State of Play?
I saw a couple trailers, but
No, I turned it on. I turned it on at the. Like,
See, look at this freaky looking dude.
Yeah, I did see that. This guy, because it made me think of Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, the Spot Boy, Spot Man, the Spot.
The Spot.
Yeah,
But yeah,
this
you
looks
got
really cool.
like you're using an iPad and you have a like it looks like a Division drone almost.
Yeah.
And then you're fighting weird monsters, and you have like a laser sword. And it, like the rest of like the graphics and the way you run and move looks like most other PlayStation Souls-like games.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
And then
Very pretty, very pretty.
And then I'll bring up Arcade for you too, Arcade Chronicles, because I thought this game looked super pretty as well. First announced trailer. Like it's a
Oh yeah, this
Like
looks
a-
way prettier than Dragon's Dogma 2. Whoa.
or not. What was I thinking of? Not Dragon's Dogma. I was thinking of something else. I don't remember though. But dude, there's so many like Souls-like type games.
Yep. It's the thing right now.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody wants to make one.
From Software should come out and just make like the most From Software.
They should make a platformer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe that's why it reminded me of Dragon's Dogma 2, that dragon there. But it looks super pretty. So.
Yeah.
Dragon Age: The Veilguard. We got gameplay for
This game looks
Yes,
awesome.
Yes, I did see this.
I think
This looks incredible.
I think this looks awesome
This
too.
looks
It
good.
looks so much better than I think I would have imagined it would.
Yeah. And
It looks incredible.
I've never played a Dragon Age game.
But you might now.
I have no attachment to the old ones, and I know
Yeah.
lots of Dragon Age fans are like questioning the graphics and art style choices, and I just don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty. I like the art style,
Yeah, I think it looks good.
and the fact that they're bringing the Anthem combat system over, mainly in the priming and detonating.
Yep.
I think is so awesome. Yeah, this game looks sweet.
Is that a burp?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think this looks great. And everybody I've listened to who's played it, so like a lot of the like podcasts, like media guys who have played it are like, "Yo, BioWare's so back."
Yeah.
It's like apparently it's just incredible. So really looking forward to
Maybe
it.
this will help them perfect Anthem too.
Maybe this is what gets Anthem 2 happening.
Anthem Reaper.
Just don't make it an online
only
only game.
make Anthem just a
Just make it an
traditional
open
story
world vertical game. How many open world vertical maps are there? That'd be so cool.
game. I think just Tears of the Kingdom is the only one I can think of.
And even that was 2 levels.
Yeah.
Like, give me like 18 levels.
I want to, yeah. Well, and the ability to like move between them
Much less
seamlessly.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to get down in Tears of the Kingdom,
But going
up is much more difficult.
Yeah.
Fast travel. But yeah, Dragon Age looks sweet. I know you're excited for this. Alan Wake 2, The Lake House.
This looks incredible.
AKA Control 2.3.
1.5.
Doesn't she have powers though in this?
You're not.
Oh yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what
Yeah.
am I doing? There's not a Control 2.
Yeah, and you're not playing as Jesse in this.
Really?
I don't believe so.
It was her voiceover.
I think you're playing as the control agent in the story of Alan Wake 2. I could be wrong, but when they when they originally announced it, that was what it was going to be. Is you were going to play as the FBC agent that's in the story.
I guess you already kind of did play as Jesse as
You
well.
do,
Just
weirdly.
before she has powers.
Yeah.
Dude,
But
I just want Control 2. Like,
it's coming, man.
I loved
It'll happen.
I loved Alan Wake 2. But I just want Control 2.
The games are so different from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah.
But
It's
Control
much
2
more
is
up my
definitely Control 2 is definitely next. I don't think they're making anything else before that.
In a world where I like have to figure out what game I actually want to buy because they're so dang expensive. Control 2 would shoot way up on
Yeah.
that list.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that when we officially get it.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
I'm actually excited to try this game out.
I'm not a Monster Hunter
Yeah, I've never
person.
played them.
I watch all the trailers though, and I just go, Tar was a great movie. And people who have seen Tar will get that. Or people who didn't understand the ending of Tar. Maybe that will explain some things for you. I think they always look cool.
Yeah.
Until they pull out a giant sword, and I'm like, okay. I'm glad people enjoy this, but it's not for me.
I think it's one of those games that's like fun if you have the right group.
Yeah.
Like you and your friends going out and killing stuff together.
Are they all multiplayer?
All I don't know. I know.
I feel like the main ones, at least
Monster
recently.
Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World, and Wilds. I know for sure are.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But it is a super pretty game, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out.
I think the art style and the graphics mesh really well for what they're going for.
Classic Capcom.
Yeah.
They do a good job with their graphics teams. Generally do pretty well.
Yeah, they do.
Especially when they get on. This one's not, but when they use the RE engine. That RE engine is really good.
And then definitely the biggest announcement of the entire thing. Horizon Zero Dawn is getting remastered. Just kidding.
This is so like.
This is so stupid. This is so stupid. That game is still gorgeous and runs beautifully.
It literally like what they're doing.
This is a classic Sony move, though.
But like it's so crazy when they were like, we wanted to bring it up to the visual, style of the.
They needed something that they could be like, look,
Forbidden
the PS5 Pro is worth it.
They were like, we're gonna get it to the visual fidelity of Forbidden West, and it's like that you could do that in an update. Like you don't need to re-release the game.
Yeah.
And I think originally,
impossible.
yeah,
No money in an update.
it's true. But I don't know. This is so stupid. And like originally, I think it was planned because they were, they had the show that was supposed to be happening, and then that's canceled. So now it just feels even more pointless. I don't know. It's weird. Anime. This would be a good one for that.
They did their little, here's what's coming to the PS5 Pro little video again too. And it's all old games.
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2 is in there as one of their marketing points. Mm-hmm. That is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. And I know it's like a single player linear game, so it's probably easier. You don't have to design everything in a world.
Right.
And then same, like I played Red Dead 2 again. Not all of it. But like, that game is gorgeous. I've been playing...
Sorry.
How dare you touch my elbow? I've been playing Tsushima again.
Gorgeous.
Death Stranding, gorgeous. It's like, are these really what we're selling
I think
for the new system?
I think we've pretty much reached the cap of what graphics are going to be.
Yeah.
Everything is so marginal at this point. And I know there's like this grand idea that like, oh, maybe games will look photorealistic. We don't want that.
Dude, I saw a video.
Like, you think killing stuff on
I
games
don't want that.
is bad for people now? Like, if it's photorealistic, it would make me sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a video and it was somebody had mods for Cyberpunk to make it look real. Honestly, thought it looked more fake. Like, I think there's a point where video games should still look fake.
Yeah, they should look like video games.
Because it's art, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's designed to look in a specific way.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that more interesting than, wow, look at this real thing. It's like, oh yeah, I can go look at that outside if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a motorcycle. Oh, look, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But all right. How about the actual biggest?
Yeah, this is awesome.
And one more thing. Finally confirmed, full trailer, not a release date, well, except for 2025. Ghosts of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got it. Big thumbs up, man.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't be more hyped. This is...
I'm very, very excited
Man.
for this.
What is on there for my most anticipated games?
In 2025?
Just in general. This might be number 2.
This is definitely top 5 for me. I mean,
Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei. Probably Control 2. I would need more time to think what the other ones are.
that have been announced.
Yes, that we know about.
So my number
E-Day.
E-Day is probably my number 1, but then like Division 3 is on there. Ghost of Yotei would be on there. I mean, I don't know. After that, the list is pretty spare. I mean, those are the games. I'm thinking
Metroid Prime
about.
4, obviously,
Obviously.
with the Switch 2 release.
Yeah,
Oh man, this Ghost of Yotei looks awesome.
it does, and I love that they were like, we wanted to just tell another story in this world.
Yeah. Where's Jin? Why did you get rid of him? He's dead. This story takes
super
place
dead.
300 years later.
Super dead.
I think it's cool that we're playing as a female protagonist as well.
Yep.
Dual swords. Heck yeah. Guns. Well, crappy guns. Still guns. I'm really curious how all these new weapons are going to be used in the combat system they had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that system has evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the two swords a stance?
Right.
Right.
Kind of like how they did it in Jedi Survivor. It's a stance or whatever. Not a you just you can only carry that or whatever.
Wonder what it's called. Because there is rock, moon, water,
Wind.
wind. What is this one?
Don't know. I wonder if our listeners
Sun?
can hear the sirens that are blaring outside.
Could it be sun?
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, I'm super excited for this. And like one thing these trailers, these announcement trailers will never have. And I don't think the blog post, I haven't read it, but I don't think they mentioned it either. I was so late to Ghost of Tsushima. I do hope there's a Legends mode in this one so I can try out the multiplayer stuff.
First game I played when I got my PS5.
Yeah. It came with yours.
Well, it came with 3. 4.
Came with that, Miles Morales. And
Dang, you gotta
Ratchet
go
and Clank,
bundle.
right?
Yeah. But then it also came with Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Such a great deal, man. Shout out Black Friday.
Heck yeah, baby. I'll never forget. Hey, Luke, I'm at GameStop and they have PlayStations. You're like,
I'm on my way
I'm on my way.
Dude, I think I was at a family event.
You were.
And
You
I
were
was
at your
like-
parents'
I
house.
was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go spend a bunch of money.
Yep. I stood in line and waited, and Luke got there and jumped in with me and got himself a PS5.
Nice.
Had to fight an old lady? No, just kidding.
He punched an old lady. It was crazy.
Right in the throat. Like, get out of here.
He said, "My PlayStation." But yeah, super pumped for this. Can't wait. Honestly, I'll probably just go listen to that soundtrack tomorrow at work.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, this got me back on Blue Eye Samurai, too. Like, one of the best Netflix shows.
Yeah.
And I just... Oh, I hope it doesn't take too long to get here. It was also really funny because there was supposed to be an Assassin's Creed Shadows something that day. They canceled it.
The day before,
They're just
they
like,
delayed
no.
it. Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, this is going to come out. And then, yeah, we're not going to do this. And then the game got delayed
Yep.
to the most busy month of 2025. So it will probably get delayed again.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. All the other games that are in 2025 still need to have their delays, probably. Because games never come out on their original date.
Exactly.
Except Nintendo games.
Well, because Nintendo waits long enough to announce them.
Yeah, they're like, oh, our game's gone gold. Now let's give it out.
Yeah, they're like, it'll be out in 3 months. That's like one of my favorite things. Like that Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom game was announced like beginning of either
Summer
end of
Games Fest.
end of July. Was it Summer Game Fest?
pretty sure.
So it was like July, late June, early July.
Yeah, they're like, this comes out like...
This comes out in September. It's like, oh, okay. Like, they don't make you wait 3 years for a game. Like, you know what Nintendo is going to be making 90% of the time.
Yeah.
We know the next
There's always
Mario.
2 or 3 Zelda Mario games in development
Yep,
at once.
at all the times. Like, we know there's a Mario Odyssey 2. It may not be Odyssey 2, but a game of that ilk, right? Like, we know that's coming.
Right.
We don't need it announced,
Yeah.
right? Like, we know there's probably a Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom 3 coming. We know, we hope Wind Waker and all those are getting redone at some point.
I have zero faith in that.
But
Sony would do it.
yeah, oh yeah. They would have released it 4 times by now. What are you talking about? And then pimp their new console with it.
Yeah.
Look at this game from
Dude,
13 years ago.
That's what Sony needs to do. They need to be like, okay, we have a new console coming out. What can we release with it?
Old games.
Like, you need to have one just new game. Be like, okay.
Days Gone 2.
But instead, it's just old games. Or remastered for the 3rd time games.
So it's like there was a nice cherry on top of this very
Yeah.
sad half melted sundae.
I would say an
It was-
uninspiring showing for
it was,
sure.
it was, you went to a restaurant that you like.
Mhm.
The meal was not good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, here's a free dessert.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry for the crappy service.
Here's a free dessert, and we didn't charge you for the drinks.
And it's like the biggest piece of chocolate cake in the world. And it's delicious.
Yeah.
Now you got me one of desserts.
Although, I really, outside of the Yote, I think my highlight was the Alan Wake thing, which surprises no one. But I just think that trailer looks awesome. It looks way scarier than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
And then Veilguard.
Sometimes I have to remind myself kind of how scary Alan Wake 2 was.
That game's pretty creepy. I recently
mainly those 2 levels.
Dude, the retirement home.
The retirement home and the what was the one before that, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Was Coffee World scary to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Coffee World, the theme park.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think Coffee World was too bad. But dude, the retirement home messed me up.
Dude, I was playing Coffee World late at night. And
It's rough.
I was just like exploring the world and I thought I was good. And it was like the 19th time I had walked past the well. And then something climbed out of it. And I was like, I need to get off.
Dude, I'll never forget. And if Dana was watching right now, I would hope she would like chat in. But I was playing the retirement home,
Grandma
and
started talking
the
to you?
grandma, and I like screamed. I was like, ah!
I was like, oh, I should go talk to this lady over here. She might know something. Oh my gosh. And I was playing that one in the middle of the afternoon.
And Dana goes, "Are you okay?" Like yells down the stairs because I was so scared. I had to walk away from it for a minute. And then it's even worse when you go into like the medical wing of that.
Oh,
And you go into
dude.
like the physical therapy center or whatever. Oh my gosh, dude.
Man.
That whole section of the game is like horrifying. The other part, the hotel. The hotel scared me a lot.
The hotel was super gory.
Yeah. It
So
scared
it's
me.
super unsettling, yeah.
And it's like you're changing things around so much so you don't quite know what you're going to be turning
You're like,
it
am
into.
I going to switch this and it's going to be worse?
Yeah.
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 And I guess just the beginning of it is scary because it's new.
And you don't know what to expect.
And like when you first walking around as what's the girl's name?
Saga.
Saga, and you're looking for the witch's hut or whatever, and
You don't write.
you're
really
just kind of going in a circle, but this time it's a little different.
Yeah.
Did you play it? I can't remember. You didn't play Alan Wake, did you?
You played
I played number 2.
Did you beat it?
No.
Oh, okay. So you don't know
No.
exactly which part.
You played like the first level.
I
or
got through like the
chapter.
first like that first act. Like I got into the city.
That's Alan.
Yeah.
Okay. The first time you play as Alan and you go underground, that scared me too. But that's jump scares. When they like put his face on there and it's like
ah! And I'm like, ah!
that stuff creeped me out. Or not creeped me out, but scared me. And like I didn't know what I was doing when the spirit started chasing me. I was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what's happening. But
Yeah.
This has been a
Good game.
Alan Wake bit. Yeah, good
Yeah,
game.
yeah, indeed.
Looking forward to this DLC. It comes out this month sometime.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, the way they released their last DLC was like, oh, and it's available tomorrow. So I assume they're going to do something similar.
Yeah, probably.
So it'll be my Halloween fun. Can't wait.
Well, let's move into some other news. We got some other things that happened this week. Apparently,
Go ahead.
Batman and villains Bane and Deathstroke are getting standalone movie treatments.
I've not seen Gunn confirm this. Is this real? No, they're going to meet. Like it's
one movie.
It's one movie.
Oh, it's a single movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Hopefully this is just the Batman movie.
And it's just
They're
like
just the
the
villains.
leaks are getting out as
It's like, oh, this actually isn't their movie. They're the villains in a movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's an animated movie. If it's an animated movie, I will be okay with this. If it's not, and it's like a Bane and Deathstroke movie, we've already lost the plot with what we're
going for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of projects I'm really excited for. But, like, some of them just feel so disconnected, and I'm not really sure what we're going for. So, let's not reach out of bounds before we've even gotten the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gunn has not confirmed that. So, and he's pretty good at confirming those real stories.
I think that it is probably one of those things that it's probably legitimately being explored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whether or not it actually gets made is a whole another conversation.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Deathstroke has had a very, like, in the last 7 or 8 years, an extremely successful comic book run. So I can understand the interest, right? Like,
yeah.
I get why this is potentially being talked about. I just don't think at this stage of where things are, this is the conversation we should be having. But staying in the DC world, I don't know if this was last week. Kyle Chandler has been cast as Hal Jordan in the Lantern series.
Yep.
Josh Brolin spoke about it today. It was like, it's unfortunate that didn't work out, but I love Kyle Chandler as an actor, and I think he's going to crush it. So it sounds like there was either some money or scheduling things that didn't work for Brolin, and that's why he didn't take it. But he's pumped for the Kyle Chandler, and then there's the rumored shortlist. And, of course, Aaron Pierre is on there, and that surprises absolutely no one.
Yeah, at this point. It's
he's probably the front runner, I would assume. He's, like, one of the hottest names in Hollywood right now. So I'm sure DC would love to be able to capitalize on that. So, yeah, a lot of superhero stuff.
I got more. Did you hear Batman might get another game from Rocksteady?
I did hear this.
Go back to what you know, baby.
Dude, that's what you have to do.
No,
what you have to do.
No, they have and need to do, if this is true. It needs to be a Batman Beyond game.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in Neo Gotham. Year 2050. I don't know.
Yep.
I want to go around. I want to fly around as Terry McGinnis and I want to argue with Old Man Bruce. That's what I want to do. I want, like, a totally new list of villains. I want a new city. Let's get Batman going again, but let's do something totally different at
Let's
the same
do
time.
it in a way that allows us to have a future. Otherwise, like, this would be game 5, right? Technically, if you count Origins.
And if you count Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, game 5 of, like, the Arkham Batman Arkham games, not Suicide Squad, Arkham, whatever you want to call that. This would be like the 5th Batman-centric one. Yeah. So I think you're right. Batman Beyond has to be the move. I'd be very curious.
Especially since we don't have Conroy anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's another huge thing, too.
Yeah. Who should voice Terry if they do it?
No idea. No idea.
Find some good no-name actor. It doesn't need to be...
It doesn't even need to be a no-name actor. It just
needs to be a good actor. Good voice actor.
There's lots of great voice actors.
Here's my if you're not gonna do a nice look, an Arkham commercial on for Arkham Shadow.
This is when. So would it be Game 6? Does that one technically count as Arkham?
I think it's a different studio. I think Rockstar Steady just put their name on it, but I don't think they're actually making it. Here's my hot take. Maybe not a hot take. Here's my 2 cents in what they should make if it's not Batman Beyond. Mm-hmm. It should be Battle for the Cow. And it's,
I don't know what
it's
that
the
is,
Bat
but
family
yeah.
fighting over who will take up the mantle. I think that'd be fun.
Nope, I got that game last year. Not that story, but I got that game.
Gotham Knights?
Yep.
Yeah, but nobody takes up the mantle, technically.
Yeah, I'm saying we didn't get that story, but I got that game playing as those characters.
I think you just play as Dick.
It's got to be Batman Beyond. It's got to be.
I think
Luke
that's
is
got to be
planting the flag.
I'm
I
like-
think it should be.
I'm so set on if it's not Batman Beyond, I almost like don't care about it.
Oh, I'm not that set on any one particular thing, but
Like to me, it feels like the only legitimate next step. Batman literally died at the end of Arkham Knight, and they teased Batman Beyond at the end of it, like looking little demon Batman thing, something. I don't know. I don't really remember. But just do Batman Beyond.
that's what they should do. I'm
Question
just
is,
saying,
well,
other stories that are potential. That or whichever one Bane breaks his back in. Is that Nightfall? Could be that too. They'll just go back in time.
Ugh.
Just reboot.
It's always the option, man. They'll always go backwards.
I would probably cry a little bit.
And then you'd play it.
Probably.
Cool, what's next?
Just don't make it about the Batmobile. Gosh dang it.
Please. If you do anything, just don't do that.
Like, just don't do something like that.
Yeah.
That was such a great game. Arkham Knight.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best, like, open worlds. It's a beautiful game. That game is still prettier than lots of games that come out today.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, drive around to the car. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't pay to play a racing game. No offense.
Right. Like, all the Riddler trophies are racetracks and... Yeah.
The Deathstroke final boss fight.
Is a tank.
Deathstroke isn't even a Batman villain. Let's throw that out there first.
He has become one recently.
He's just kind of a DC villain now at this point. But, like, he was Teen Titans
Forever.
More so even Green Arrow than Batman, I'd say. But now he's just kind of we need a fighter.
I think he's just very easy to put in as again, fighting, but, like, he also just looks cool.
He just looks cool, yeah.
So, like, you want to put him everywhere you can.
Yeah, but then, like, okay, great, he's a fighter. And also, he's in Origins. You fight him, like, you punch him in Origins. And it's just like, drive around in your tank and shoot all these other tanks that conveniently don't have people in them. It's like,
and your bullets don't kill
it's
people.
like, you know what? F it. I'm going to ask the question, Rocksteady. How did we afford all these drones? All these drone tanks? I get how Batman owns this one tank. He's a rich superhero. Got it. Ooh, am I allowed to say that? I am. Did you hear about that story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But no, like, throughout the game, you destroy probably, like, 500 mini drone tanks. It's just like, this is... Now, at this point, at the end of the game, it's stupid. It's stupid.
And especially how you... This is not a Arkham Knight podcast, I promise. But, like...
I no longer believe
especially
that.
how you unlock that boss fight is, like, through taking down these bases.
Ugh.
And then it's like, oh, you've done all this work. Now you have to fight this tank. And it's like, what are we doing?
And Deathstroke's just like, you... Just talking to you through the radio, like, you destroyed so many tanks. Oh, dude, shut up. Get out and fight me with your freaking sword, you piece of crap. I'm literally a ninja. Let's fight. Ugh.
What's next?
Lionsgate is restructuring.
Again? I feel like they just did this.
Didn't they have like 3 bombs this year?
Yeah. They're offering voluntary buyouts for employees.
They
What?
released Borderlands. And what was the other one?
They had 2 in a row. It was like 2 weekends in a row, too.
What was the other?
The Crow.
The Crow. That's right.
The Killer's Game. Never Let Go,
I've not even heard of some of these movies.
1992. That's all like,
I actually thought 1992 looked good though.
Is that out yet?
but it only made $3 million.
I didn't even know it was out.
Exactly.
They need to fire their marketing team.
Maybe,
Involuntarily.
maybe they are.
So you can get a voluntary buyout?
Can I have one?
Let's see. It says,
That's what I'm saying.
in a move to cut costs, Lionsgate. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. In a move to cut costs, Lionsgate is offering employees in the U.S. voluntary severance and retirement packages. So, I think it's about.
I'd take that if I was working at Lionsgate.
I think it's prime time. We've kind of predicted in the past that one of the big streamers would buy up Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Well, like Amazon did that with MGM.
Yeah.
So,
Who's it gonna be?
Netflix.
I think it's Netflix or Apple.
I don't think Apple do it. They're
Apple
in
would
that,
do
I keep assuming they'll kill their thing, but they keep investing more money into it.
Apple would
Like, at
do
this
it
point, I
just because.
That's kind of like, yeah.
I feel like Netflix should maybe do it just so they can have a distributor of movies to theaters.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Netflix really gets how that works.
Well, they also, like, there's, like, Lionsgate has a huge library.
yeah.
So,
Absolutely. They have a ton of stuff.
It's certainly worth something, and to all of a sudden be able to have those...
It'll probably be WB or Disney because they need to launder money.
Yeah, that's true. Please not them. I mean, ideally, no one would buy Lionsgate out, and they would actually have a few good movies that make money.
Borderlands 2. The Crow 2. Back in
The
the Habit.
The Search for More
I mean, the Hunger Games
merchandising.
movies do bank, but
You know, they just put one out after a 10-year
big break.
hiatus. What else we got?
they got Medea. Expendables. Jeez, they did terrible.
I kind of made fun of it earlier, but did you know Marvel and DC had a trademark for the word superhero?
I didn't know they had it until this
Neither
story
did I.
came out.
So what?
They
what's
lost
going-
it. It's
Thank
it's
goodness.
They made it public domain, and like people have been bringing up and they're like, is this why The Boys calls all their heroes soups, not superheroes?
Maybe.
Could be.
Dude, this is the dumbest thing. Just even having like the ability to just trademark a word like that is stupid.
Agreed.
Good riddance.
My favorite trademark story ever is when Dan Snyder tried to trademark the name Commanders and somebody already had it. After they had already announced the rebrand. Because that's how Dan Snyder functioned. So my work league fantasy football team is named Name Already Trademarked.
I love it.
Trademarks are dumb.
But yeah, get ready
They're
for
necessary, but they're dumb.
get ready for lots more superheroes.
It's not like we haven't been using the word casually in conversation for years.
Yeah.
Well, we're not making money off of it.
Not yet.
Now we can, though.
Yeah, baby.
What else we got? Any other news stories?
I got another one. We're getting a RoboCop series at Prime Video.
I
Yeah.
totally missed this.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Is there a creative team attached?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't think there was one.
I didn't
just
click
know
a
that-
link.
But I assume they have one.
Just
if
read
they-
the headline.
Just read the headline.
Okay.
I have another one too.
All right.
StarCraft, Overwatch, and Diablo had adaptations in the works with Netflix, but Blizzard ended up suing Netflix, and those things are no longer happening. So,
Okay.
Dude, Overwatch would be such a good anime.
It would.
agreed.
You'd be like Arcane.
Their little shorts are awesome. Like, they're really good. And their comics are fun. But,
Guess we won't get them now.
Or maybe we will. Oh, there's an Xbox showcase, Tokyo Game Show.
yeah.
Anybody watch that?
Sure did.
I was up when it was on, so I turned it on for a little bit and watched kind of the tail end of it.
Dude, I didn't even know it was happening. I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this, and I watched the whole thing. It was horrible. Mainly because it's all games not made for me.
You know what's crazy is like every outlet was like, Xbox absolutely crushed it at Tokyo Game Show, and I was like, there's like maybe 2 things I'd maybe consider trying. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, it was probably a great showcase, but I will play literally none of the games they showed. The one I might play, and I won't. That might is like the smallest might you've ever seen. Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Yeah.
That's what they opened with.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, sure, looks cool, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna play it.
James Wan.
Okay.
For RoboCop.
Okay.
I like James Wan.
I do too.
I do. I don't think he's...
I like when he does things outside of his norm too. He does pretty good.
I think he's had some hits and misses, but that's okay. I mean, typically that means you're taking chances, so...
Well, it's a series too, which I think is the first for him.
Yeah.
Something.
Cool.
Didn't you do Swamp Thing?
Was he a
Did he produce that?
producer on
He
that?
might have produced it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was.
That kind of sounds right.
Yeah, he's a producer. Michael Clear and Rob Hackett. And then Peter Ocko from The Office.
Perfect.
He did Lodge 49 and The Office, is boarded and will serve as writer and showrunner.
Okay.
Okay, so a look at the log line reveals that a TV-fied RoboCop won't deviate too far from the source material. This is coming out of the Hollywood Reporter. A giant tech conglomerate collaborates with the local police department to introduce a technologically advanced enforcer to combat rising crime. A police officer who's part man, part machine. Cool, let's do it.
A robot in disguise.
Hey! Speaking of which, I could talk about Transformers here in a minute.
Didn't you talk about it last week? You talked about it last week.
It was in the title for last week.
I completely forgot that we talked about that last week. Never mind. I will not talk about it again.
I mean, you can.
I enjoyed it. There you go. And that's right, because I thought you guys would really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm dumb.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I'm done with news stories.
Okay.
I've
Tyler, anything else?
Just that the Wild Robot won the box office.
Yeah,
Megalopolis
it's doing really
made
well.
$4 million.
Megalopolis is not.
I
I don't
keep hearing
know.
how that movie is the worst movie ever made and how I need to go see it.
I mean, I kind of want to, but I
I'd
have
rather
not
see
had time.
With a Wild Robot and
I
Transformers.
know, right?
Dude, that sounds like the perfect double feature.
Triple feature.
No.
That sounds like a really long day.
Would be.
Honestly.
That would be a really
3
long day.
movies. Now I kind of want to try it.
But you do
You do one
Transformers in the
yeah.
morning, and then Megalopolis, and then
Wild
end
Robot.
it on one you know is going to be a banger.
Yeah, evidently Wild Robot's just phenomenal, which is not surprising.
Love it. Love to see it.
I'm seeing it this weekend, so.
Yeah, we're got to figure it out. But
Bryn has made us swear into a deal with her to see it this weekend. So.
Nice.
Bryn already has the plan. I'll tell you her plan. Daddy, so we're going to go see Wild Robot with Mommy. It's like, oh, yeah? She's like, and we're going to drop Adley off at Grandma's, and then we'll go see Wild Robot at the movie theater. It's like, okay. Well, sounds like a great Saturday to me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You got all the details down.
Sounds like it.
Made her own plan and everything. I was like, hey, do you. You've earned it.
That's awesome.
I was like, what candy you going to get?
I mean, she has to pay, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What candy you getting? She had a quarter in her hand. She was like, Daddy, I got my money. And I was like, okay, well, good. What was I going to say?
Should have been like, oh, honey, that's not going to be enough.
I can't remember.
I'll spy you the other $5.
I asked her what candy she's going to get. She's like, I'm going to get fruit snacks. I was like, that's it. That's where you draw the line. You're not getting anything else.
One thing.
But
Fruit snacks and... Let me stop you right there.
yeah, that's a little much. And you're going to share those with me.
Yeah, that's either got to be or in the sentence there.
Yeah.
Fruit snacks or just in the sentence.
So,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing it, though, this
Yep.
weekend. I can't wait.
Well, this last week, I watched a couple things that were not Transformers. I watched the 2022 film Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's kind of a very postmodern whodunit. It was kind of marketed as like a Gen Z whodunit murder mystery kind of thing.
Is that accurate?
Kind of.
Okay.
For the most part.
I've heard it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. There is like 15 minutes at the end of the second act, beginning of the third act, where it gets a little like, okay.
A little eye rolly.
A little eye rolly in some of the dialogue, but for the most part, it does a really good job of creating tension within the characters and, you know, building that suspense of like what is actually happening here, who is killing these people. And there's lots of drama. It's you know,
Drama.
like 4 or 5 girlfriends and, you know, a few of their boyfriends kind of a thing. So there's excellent drama there, and the ending made me laugh. So, you know,
Sweet.
it is what it is.
Isn't it A24 as well?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes,
funny
that was an
game at the
A24. And then I watched a film from this year. I saw The TV Glow.
Oh man, nice.
It's on Max.
It's on Max.
Yep.
Very it feels pretty experimental in a lot of what it's doing. And drug trippy, but like that's the point, I think. Like a lot of it's about identity and like identifying like who you are. Especially when it comes to like gender and stuff. So they're not afraid to talk about that, but in the sense that it's not being subtle, I don't think. But I don't think it necessarily got over the hump of this looks really intriguing, but I'm not quite understanding the story. But that might be more or less because I just don't have. It's not a story that's about my lived experiences. I've seen lots of, you know, individuals and posts from people, especially in like the trans community, who are like, I feel so seen, and I like really love what this story is doing and how they're telling it, and like it resonated with them. So that may just be like a lack of my lived experience kind of a thing. But I found it very intriguing and really interesting. And I would say probably for like, you know, again, like you have to be like, it's a more mature subject matter. If you're kind of into those weird films, give it a shot.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Nice. Is that it?
that was it.
I watched the first episode of The Penguin.
I watched the second episode, but
First episode's great.
Great
I really
show.
liked it. Really, really liked it.
Great show.
The
man.
best you gave like, and I know this is how they've been describing it, but like if you're on the fence, it literally does just feel like more of the Batman.
yeah,
Like and it's really cool. And honestly, I did not expect the show to make me go, "Oh no." Like, but I do that within the first 10 minutes. Cuz they introduce a character and you're like, "Oh man, this is going to be a pretty nice through line." Nah, fam. That dude is smoked almost immediately. And I was like, "Oh my gosh. All right." Was not expecting that. But
What, you weren't expecting Jared Goff to catch a touchdown right there? Me neither.
yeah, definitely not. Who threw it?
Amon Ra, I think.
Nice. I'll get those points. I got Amin Ra. Yeah, super, super good. I really like the kid playing Victor as well.
He's great.
He's really good.
he is.
He's he's really good. Like the faces he makes, his physical acting is really good, I think.
I think he's even better in the second episode.
Yeah. There's way more. Like you can start to see his arc, what it's gonna be.
The first episode is kind of like, all right, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And the second episode is, watch it all go wrong.
Yeah, I love how like ahead you feel Oswald is. Which the whole thing about people making us think about him changing his name to Oz, They literally call him Oswald in the first episode, so if that bothers you,
Yeah.
get over it.
Just his last name isn't Cobblepot.
Yeah. But I love how, like, the end of the first episode, it almost feels like a murder mystery where his whole plan is kind of revealed at the end of the first episode. I just love how that all shook out.
Yeah.
Super, super cool.
It's so interesting too, like just watching somebody. I won't say play both sides. It's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it's more like just surviving both sides.
Yeah.
Because in the second episode, he has a plan and just nothing really goes the way he wants.
Goes south so fast.
So he keeps having to go back and forth with his plan, and like with Victor and Sophia and the Maronis, and also I'm gonna look up her name.
The girl who's playing Sophia.
No, the person who's playing Maroney's wife.
Oh.
I think she's Iranian. She's from The Expanse. Sore Agadashlu. I messed that up so bad.
Hey, you tried.
But she's got that like smoker,
Yeah.
really low.
Yeah.
She's also in Destiny.
She voices.
Oh,
yeah.
Lakshmi. Her voice is so awesome. So whenever she pops up in things, I'm always
It's
really
so
excited.
raspy
She's
and-
so good, man.
Yep.
But the entire cast is just awesome.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's so good. Episode 2 was amazing as well, and I can't wait for you to watch it, Tyler.
Yeah, I may watch it tomorrow night if I can get the girls down successfully at a decent hour.
I'm really curious with how the story's going to go with Victor. I just really don't think it's going to end well for him. We're going to get really attached to him, and then Oz is going to kill him.
Yeah.
Or Sophia, I don't know. Just
Dude, the bit where Oz is like, there's a pretty sunset behind you. Why don't you turn around and watch it? I was like, dog, this kid is not that dumb, right? And the kid immediately is like, mm-mm. And I was like, okay, cool. Good.
Oz is going to be attached to him. He's going to have to kill him, and it's going to be really rough. Oh, it's such a good show.
Just tear your
Is that
heart
everything you
open.
did? Yeah. Rings of Power Season 2. Are you caught up?
Yes, I did watch episode 7.
Battle episode. Man, I don't know what you think about it, but I think the show is just cooking at this point. Like I'm just loving like every episode.
It's the weird thing. I'm loving what they're doing. I'm hating what we're not seeing. And that's not what they're leaving out of like the storyline, not from a lore perspective. Totally fine with how many minutes of Harfoot have we seen this season? Like Numenor, like it's just so focused on the one storyline. The one storyline is amazing. I love it. I love what we're getting. It just feels like it sucks that we sacrificed all these other storylines at that altar, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and it just goes. I think it goes back to the thing I keep saying every week. It needed to be 10 episodes. Needed to be 10 episodes.
Hopefully they get that memo for season 3. I would love that. And
yeah, because I'd hate for this to happen. I don't. Assuming season 3 is maybe like more focused on like Numenor kind of a thing. Like, do we get the similar treatment where it's like all Numenor and like still everything else is? But I just think we could have gone with a slightly smaller. I don't even know what you cut, like slightly smaller battle in terms of duration, and then if you wanted to keep it at the 8 episodes, I really just think another episode or 2 would have made me happy. But again, loved the battle, thought it was great. Troll maybe could have been around a little longer. Feel like he kind of went out like a chump.
Don't talk to the internet like that.
Not that I needed to see him like ripping apart more dudes, but he was awesome for when we got him. And yeah, very much looking forward to the season finale and all of the confrontations that are going to be happening.
Yeah, dude, I'm.
I think I'm excited to get to see Anatar, Sauron, really like become the bad guy in that episode.
Yeah, I'm really. I was about to say something and it's a spoiler, so I won't. I was about to like really just spoil something.
Something that happened in this last episode.
Yeah, something happened. Did you miss that?
Well, we can talk about it after.
But yeah, looking forward to that fun finale.
Yep, it's gonna be dope.
Titans are winning 22-6. I watched a movie that Brett already reviewed.
Oh, yes.
Which was Inside Out 2. It's on Disney Plus now.
Now on the D Plus app.
And that's what I give the movie. No, I'm just kidding. No, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Maybe a little over. You say it in a way that makes me think it was maybe a little overhyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think all the stuff with Riley, like, in human form, and with, like, anxiety being the dominating emotion in the movie, is so good.
Yeah.
I really think it's incredible. It's not kid-friendly, though. So I have to watch joy and sadness and all the other emotions flounder around the brain.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, they're not doing anything. They're just walking. Oh, we're on the stream of consciousness. It's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I get it. It's a kid's movie.
It's what they did in the first one, but it's less interesting.
Yeah.
Because we've already seen it before.
Yeah. And then, like, you have the last 20 minutes where it's like, okay, they're actually doing stuff.
They're actually
now.
doing something, right? Yeah. Choices are being
it's
made.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, there's a panic attack in the movie, and it's honestly pretty hard to watch.
Yeah.
Which you're not expecting in a
Kids
movie. It's like, did you take your daughter to see it?
Yeah.
Was she like, what's going on right here?
I don't think she really overthink it too much.
Okay, that's probably good.
Yeah. But I mean,
But every parent and adult watching it is going, yeah. It's kind of how that goes.
I mean, she's at the age now where, you know, she has a new class every year, right? Like the social dynamics are there. They're just still fairly new, and kids haven't really built up I don't think kids at her age have really started to, like, create the, what do you call them? The groups of people. Cliques. Like, they're not yet terribly cliquey. She's getting to that point where it's starting, we've noticed, but, like,
some people call them cliques. Some people just call them friend groups.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Know?
So they're, I mean, yeah.
It depends on who the main character of the movie is.
Right. Fair enough.
I think the visual representation they give of the panic attack, though, just like inside of Riley's brain, is very informative. I think it's a great representation of like what would be going on.
Yeah.
And then when you compound it with
how do you visualize how that
going
feels
on with her?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that would make sense of what would be going on in somebody's brain in that moment.
Yep.
Because you only really think about the physical impact the attack has.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really powerful moment. But yeah, the kid elements are what drag it down for me.
Sure.
But I'd still recommend people watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention one thing, so I can circle back
you're
when
done.
you're done.
You're done.
But I did it with you.
Save it for next week.
Nope, can't talk about it. What did we do?
We went and saw Superman. You
I
talked about it
last
last week, but
That's
I didn't get to talk about it. I'm not going to say anything other than it's a booyah. You should watch it, and it's good just from a movie perspective, but also as a documentary.
Yep.
I cried
so
a lot. yeah, very, very good story and documentary, and just blown away by his kids, his wife.
Dude, his freaking wife was a superhero.
She was.
I'm glad I can say that without getting sued by DC Marvel.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's an HBO documentary, so
It's
when that comes
gotta
to
be
Max, please take the time to sit down and watch it.
It's got to be on there relatively quick.
I saw that it's coming to theaters again October 11th. James
okay.
Gunn posted, so
If you can,
yeah,
go see it. It's 100% worth it.
if you have a chance to get out and see it that night, I agree.
Go to the condiment stand, grab some napkins,
Be
sit in
ready.
your seat, and get ready to cry.
Also, did you talk about our audience at all?
About how everybody was super old.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I told Brett.
Luke and I were like
The young.
considerably the youngest in the room. There was like one other dude.
Our ages did not affect the median age at all
Yeah.
because
yeah.
there was so many more older people than
Yeah.
us.
Like so much so that like some of them were walking in late. Some of them were like up and down to go to the bathroom like 4 times.
Oh, well, that'll be us one day.
It will be.
Nah, I'll just pee my pants.
Just wear a diaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that anyway, so
Oh, okay. You're prepped.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go.
Did I do it? Oh, something that's been kind of fun. I've been rewatching the Bourne movies.
Oh.
I don't know why. Wanted to watch something.
Why not?
And that was
When
What
did you
popped
start
up?
this?
over the weekend.
Okay.
You had
Was it when
time
we-
this weekend?
Well, was it when
I
we were,
was not as busy as you guys.
was it when we were talking about Melt Damon? We're talking about Jesse Plemons.
No, this is before that.
Oh, okay.
No. But I was kind of like re-examining it also because it kind of gets a bad rap for its action. It's so overblown how we make fun of that now. It's literally not bad at all. I think we need to find something else to kind of make fun of.
Okay.
Because does it have shaky cam? Yes. Is it also the most grounded spy movie ever made?
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. But also, I can very clearly follow what's going on. They are still doing really good establishing shots, so I know where the characters are, and then they throw punches for a bit, and then they redo it. It's just got shaky cam. Anyway, good movies. I'm excited. I'm going to watch probably Bourne Ultimatum. I don't know, maybe I'll watch it tonight when I get home.
Sweet.
I will probably go to bed.
Also, love how those movies end.
Yeah.
With the It's awesome. It never gets old.
No,
it always
it
puts a
doesn't.
smile on my
It's
face.
good times. Good times indeed. All right. Anything else to chat about?
Nope.
Okay. Well.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Oh, I know. No. Not really, Luke.
So anyway, going back to Arkham Knight.
Thank you all for listening, hanging out with us in the chat this week. Tiger, really appreciate you and hanging out with us here on Twitch.
Bro, I need some freaking binoculars to read that.
I need to adjust my
You just need to zoom in for me.
well, what is that? Accessibility, like my font size to like extra large.
Yeah. That's what all my coworkers use at work.
Dude, I'm getting there. It's rough. Not good. But thank you all for watching, listening. We'll be back next week. Talk about some new movies probably. So until then, we'll see you.
Bye.